what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangout. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro. What's up, man?
Good morning, everybody. Pedro Rose Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first show of 2023. Hello, Winnie. We got
oh my God, I'm still putting 2022 on stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us are. So just a reminder, it's 2023. We have a new setup here. We're using StreamYard now, as opposed to our broadcasting software.
Killed Wirecast because we
had to throw it out.
Tired of all the old stupid.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't have any more audio. Hopefully we don't have any more audio problems. So, yeah, something's different. We'll take a moment here to shout out everybody in the Discord chat room if you'd like to join us during the show live.
Discord.gg/Adafruit. I'll put the link in here somewhere if I can. Sorry, I'm like, I got a sinus infection, so it's like, oh man. But we got to figure out this new format for the show. So here I am.
Yep.
Hopefully, I'm doing my best impression of what was that movie? The crappy sci-fi movie.
The Battlefield
Earth. You got to wear the
John Travolta.
Yeah.
Or Dune.
I tried like Claritin and Mucinex. It is not drying up. It's coming out of my eyes and my nose. Guess that's what happens when you clean out your dogs. Like all the fur like falling down. It's heavy as snow.
It's like spring cleaning and before spring.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting show though. Got a bunch of cool stuff, projects, makes, and all that. And guess what? New year, we got the discount code back. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Right.
It's been what, 2-3 years now?
Yeah. So folks, if you want to get your carts in, make sure you use coupon code StreamYard for 10% off anything in the shop except for gift certificates and software. But all physical goods can be are applicable, so be sure to use that coupon code. We'll also have another one tonight and tomorrow, so make sure you use that coupon code. Yeah, it's good until tonight. So tomorrow it'll be turned off. But yeah, for now it's StreamYard. Be sure to use that. Also go to adafruit.com/free to find out all the free deals that are going on. We still have a supply of some new stuff. Let me see if I can pull that up. Or you can just go to adafruit.com/free. Right. Yeah, I have to pull it up here. I need to update myself.
Sorry, I'm gonna be like so distracted with everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Trying to figure out all the stuff.
That's fine.
That's fine. Oh no, I didn't go live on Facebook.
Oh really? It says it's live. That's fine.
It's not showing me. Yeah,
Oh.
We're on Twitch.
All right, we're on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube. So let us know, folks, if you see anything. So go to adafruit.com/free and you'll see what we got. We got some noodles. Any order that's $99 or more, we get a free noodle. It's that 30 millimeter one, I believe, or 130 millimeter long noodle. And we also have the KB2040, which is for orders that are $149 or more. That's that lovely keyboard driver with the KB or the RP2040 chip. And then for orders that are $200 or more, you get the flexible LED noodle, the KB2040, and free ground shipping from UPS, and that's a continental US only. So that's what we got right now. So again, adafruit.com/free. You can get the details. Let's see. Check out the Adafruit jobs board. Can you hear me? Maybe. Yeah, you can hear me. The Adafruit jobs board at jobs.adafruit.com. You can go there to see all the latest listings. Adafruit is looking for some folks in-house. So if you want to go, if you're in the New York area, we are looking for a full-time employee resources assistant that specializes in benefits and payroll. So that's a really big opening there. Yeah.
Good.
Isn't that nice?
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be really nice.
It's a really nice office, good work environment, and I think it's been said, right? Getting a freaking even bigger office. It's gonna be so cool. I definitely want to join now.
I don't know if that's public,
I
but
mean,
it'll be
we're
public
running out
someday.
of space in the office, so
Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay, so check out the jobs board. Let's see what else do I have. The newsletter. You can check out the Adafruit newsletter at adafruit.com/newsletter, and you can subscribe to that to get notified when new products are added on the weekly to the Adafruit shop. I think that will do it for now. You could also, I don't have the banner for the Adafruit Daily newsletter. I forgot to add that in there, but adafruitdaily.com if you want to subscribe to a various assortment of newsletters like the Python on microcontrollers newsletter. So check that one out. Okay, let me remove that. And I guess we can jump into this week's project.
Hey.
Let's see. Up my screen here.
So we teased this one, I think, before we went on break, but awesome addition to WipperSnapper, which is our no-code platform for adding Internet of Things devices. So what's been Brent, Lauren, and team have added the Raspberry Pi Pico W, which is it still in stock?
Yes, it is.
Woo! Yeah, so it is a nice little enclosure, wall-mounted enclosure that Brent had a good idea for. And this one is compatible with not only your standard like screws and like thumbtacks, but also command hooks. So nice non-destructive way to have a nice little sensor node and right by like an outlet or something like that.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to show us on the?
to,
Do you want to show us on the overhead?
Let's see. Where am I? Look down. Let's see. Camera camo.
There you go. I'll add you in there.
Where am I?
There you are.
Lost. I'm spanning across 3 screens. So I'm like, oh no, I'm lost.
Yep, it's fine. It's our first time with the StreamYard, so you'll want to.
Where am I?
Meow, meow, meow. In the meantime, I'll just have the learn guide.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Present. Is it slides? No.
I think Winnie wants to be on the show.
Is it this one? Stop screen and then present. Screen and there we go. This guy. Yeah. Is that it? Is that showing up?
That's it. We got it.
Yay. All right. So this is a nice little enclosure for the Pico and up to 2 sensors. And of course, the star of the show is this awesome PiCow Bell, which adds a bunch of prototyping area and a reset button that you can actually access. Oh, get the autofocus on there. So I'll have to keep fiddling. Let's see. Focus. There we go. So you got access to the reset button here, and of course your Stemma QT connection and a USB cable on there. So if I pop this out, I'll take a look at the inside. So it's just a press fit little lid for that. And then if I unplug this, we can pop this guy out. We can take a look at how all of this is mounted. This is following the same design that you came up with, Noah, with the having the rails on there, and then we're just using 2.5 mil screws and nuts. I should have put the kit in the guide, but those are available in the shop as well. And you can fit up to 2. In the video, I'm just highlighting 1. And yeah, I had to do just a little bit of edits because the previous Pi W cases, we were mounting it, down like this. For this, because of the where the mounts are, we have to mount it upside down, and there's no mounts on the PiCow Bell. So just a little cutout for the standoffs. Those just press fit into place, and then the little flanges that allow you to mount. I didn't use any supports on it, but it did okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, so this just slides right in like that as soon as you orient it with the ports hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lid is tapered, so there's nothing that's actually catching it. You're just using friction to push it in.
Yeah.
And then the headers, the header pins are actually acting as the stopper. So
Oh yeah.
nice little way
Good.
to, make a nice little enclosure for the PiCow Bell and the Pi W with up to 2 sensors. Everything's connected with the STEM cables, and then in the video I'm showing it being mounted next to an outlet, but you can just use a battery if you want to mount it remotely somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, the prototyping area. So if you have like more sensors, or like say, I don't know, you want to put a PIR or something on that, you can mount it right directly onto there. And of course, with the power rails and grounds, you get access to a bunch more ground connections. So if you're doing, I don't know, more LEDs or buttons or something like that, you can have everything attached to that, or you can have wires coming out to extend other sensors. So if we jump into the guide, I guess, pretty much all the selling points for that.
Yeah, totally. All right. I got it open.
Okay. I am blind. Where am I? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's super simple. It's basically just a placeholder for where to get all the parts and the files for that. We got the Fusion 360 and, of course, just the STLs if you want to print one up yourself. Some of the other additional parts that we're using here, some of the USB wall mount, wall connector, power brick thing, the cables, and that was it. Yeah, pretty much all the stuff you need for that. Jump into the 3D printing page. Super simple. No supports. You can use them if you want, though.
Okay. Yeah.
And then everything is just oriented, ready to go. Standard PLA settings.
Okay. Cool.
And then, like we said before, Fusion files there with the model that you made for the Raspberry Pi W. So if you want to do any modifications, or if you need to expand it or make it bigger or whatnot, everything is there for you to play around with. For the assembly, pretty much just showing you that we're using the short headers, the plugs and the pins in the sockets. So I thought I brought them over here, but the sockets go on the PiCow Bell, and then the pins, or the header pins, go on the bottom side of the Pi W, so they can just plug into each other. So nice and non-destructive. And then mounting, like we were saying before, it's just the 2.5 screws. We're using the nylon ones, just so there's no contact being made. There is a nice little spacing between the standoff and the board, so that shouldn't be a problem, but just in case.
Yeah.
Scroll a little bit down, just showing you, how to align it with the USB port with that cutout on the standoff that we were showing earlier. And then the command hooks, nice way to mount that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Just a nice little simple utilitarian case for the Pi W and the PiCow Bell.
Yeah, and all of those are in stock right now. So if folks want to pick those up, they are in stock. Just search for PiCow in the shop. PiCow. There it is. $2. Comes with that reset button, the what do you call it? The stem QT connector, and of course a nice silk screen with the labeling that is super helpful because there's no labels on the Pi Pico W. So you get some nice labels here, so you don't have to print anything out. You just have it there. Lots of ground and power rails, like you said. And this makes your Pico W a lot more plug and play. So definitely pick one up if you need one.
Yeah, just the reset button alone makes it, I mean, with the price and all, it's a really good deal.
The stem QT port is really what I like about it.
That too.
Well, let's
see. So yeah, as you said, they're in stock, which is always a surprise, since anytime we release a project video, it normally isn't.
No, that's great.
Y'all are too quick to pick those up.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can get 10% off your $6. That'll make it like $5.40. So that's really nice. It hurts us a little bit, but it's okay because hopefully you pick up the
Yeah.
PiCow Bell and some cables. So
I don't think we make any money off the pies.
no, we lose money. That's why we have to make accessories, right?
All the other ancillaries.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just looking at the comments here, DJ Devin saying that, yep, good call on nylon. And,
Yeah.
They're adding exterior sensor modes to the exterior of the case to keep it away from the board heat. Yes, that was the
Yes, that's a
main
big
reason
point.
why
Yeah.
I have it on the outside.
Yeah, the board does generate heat, so you want to keep those isolated.
Yeah, one of the things Lamar too was saying on the desk of Lady Ada that the heat is going to mess with so if you have like a humidity sensor on there, it's going to mess with the humidity readings with the heat on there. So it's a good idea to have those separated.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. And that is this week's project. Super simple. Little Pi case.
Cool. Good work. Yeah, check out the CAD files. I went ahead and uploaded the step file. Folks want to modify that. You can download that from printables, and it's also on Thingiverse. So yeah. All right. You know what we forgot to mention is that the the Raspberry Pi Pico W has support for WipperSnapper, and we have a dashboard set up. That was the main thing about it.
We mentioned at the top, but yeah,
that's 2 weeks in a row. But folks should definitely check out WipperSnapper and set up their new Raspberry Pi Pico W with WipperSnapper, so you can just quickly get your IoT project running, get some sensor data right away without writing any code. The UI is super clean and walks you right through all of the setup. So yeah, check it out. Big shout out to Brent and the rest of the IO team for adding support for the Raspberry Pi Pico W. We'll have more guides and things.
There's always new updates coming out, so definitely check it out. Wanted to share my screen on just some of the sensor readings that I'm getting right now.
Yeah, I'll give you a second to do that.
Let's see, stop that. Present. Share screen. Go over to, is it this one? IO, just some of the readings I go through. Yeah. Some of the recent additions is they're starting to do more UI stuff to, where am I? What did I do here? It's not initialized. Oh, okay, it's that other board that I added. I never made a component for it. So let's see, it's the VLM.
Ooh, lots of new boards added. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that later. But yeah, you can see nice little icons for like the altitude, the humidity, the pressure, temperature, and the VOC, the volatile organic compounds. And then just a quick, with the devices too, you can also make dashboards. So nice graphical representations of that. And of course, it's all messed up because of my screen size.
Yeah, it's adaptive, so it'll collapse and truncate as necessary.
Yeah.
That looks good. You get little emojis as well to help you determine what the data is.
And you can go in here and change any of that. Let's do last 30 days, just so we can see. Where is it on this one? Oh no, that's not as a dramatic change. I wanted to show when the temperature dropped to like what was it, like 29 or whatever here during Christmas, but
oh wow,
it's not going to show that if it was indoors, I guess. But yeah, nice little way to visualize all of your humidity and temperature, whatever else sensors that you can attach on there. So yeah, check out.
Yeah, you get up to 2 devices, I believe, for free. Double check that though for the free account, so you can start playing with it right away. And yeah, let us know what you think about it.
Yep, works really good. The step-by-step tutorial on the guide that Brent released, I think last week. Check that out as well.
Yeah, I can pull it up here real quick. Should be on.
Oh my god, yeah. Got some of the messages.
Here it is. Quick start, Pico W with the WipperSnapper. So you can walk through this one too if you want to get a full breakdown of how to do it, but it's pretty straightforward. Plug it in, and it should, the website will automatically detect it and install the firmware. once you walk through all the steps. And yeah, and if you already have it installed, make sure you update the beta. It's pretty easy to update your firmware, and there's a little bit of FAQ
dragging
down
and
there.
dropping.
Yeah, right. It's pretty great. And then there's a usage page. You can start right away without any sensors because there's a built-in LED, so you can do stuff right away.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the LED, and all the pins and stuff are set up, so it
Pretty
knows
cool.
what's built in there. So yeah, excellente.
Excellent
So
job.
check that out.
Cool. Super cool.
All right.
All
That is
right.
this week's project. So you ready for prototyping?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's prototype.
Okie dokie.
All right, what are you prototyping?
Yeah, so this week I got my hands on the new Scorpio RP2040 Feather. And let me get that in there.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do.
I got it. So this is the new Feather. It's the Scorpio RP2040, and it's designed for NeoPixels in mind. So what we have here is this 2x8 header pins, and it comes with a nice right-angled connector so that you can plug in a 2x8 either IDC cable or something like this, where I fashioned my own kind of connector bit. So it's a little bit more modular. I started working on a case to house the Feather Scorpio board. So I have a little slot here in the back. To power the NeoPixels, I'm kind of doing something a little bit different. I have the USB and the ground pins coming out through this cable here. And to kind of make it clean, I have a Perma Proto board. This is the small mint version because it has a ton of pins and header and ground rails. So I have all of these 3-pin JST connectors that are coming out of the Proto boards, and I have 8 strands of NeoPixels. So these are 30 pixels per strand, and I have 8 of them because the Scorpio can do 8. And to make it easy to connect, I have those 3-pin JST connectors because these strips already come with these 3-pin JST connectors. I recommend those. So it's easy for me to install this without having to resolder stuff. So that's why I have it all kind of modular this way. So I have 2 cases, right? One case dedicated for the Feather Scorpio board, and then one case dedicated for that small mint Perma Proto board. So that's how I got that working. And then to power everything, I'm just going to power it off the USB-C connector. Give me a second here. And I'll power this up so y'all can see all the pretty lights. If you are running more pixels and you would want to run a separate power supply, and all that is documented. And there's wiring diagrams in the Scorpio Learn Guide. But if you're running, less than an amp of power, running it off the USB port is just fine. So I got all these strands coming out here.
The way you have these strands all reminds me of that cosplay by Kumi, where she had like the tail, NeoPixel tail.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe that's what the project should be instead of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, our idea was to make a Christmas tree, which I have. I can show it here.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
No, it's not that big. It's about a meter long. So this is all separate pieces that are put together so it fits on a small printer. And the idea is to have the strips mounted here. You might have seen it in the previous episodes of the live stream where we had this all set up. But I had to break it down and redo it. So this might be a fun project for the next couple weeks. But for now, I really wanted to get a dedicated case for the Feather Scorpio board. So that's what I'm working on. Shout out to Jeff Epler for optimizing this code to use the NeoPixel 8 library. And it's also using the PIO library to make it really, really fast and speedy. So you can get like a lot of frame rates, like at a ridiculous amount, really, really fast and speedy NeoPixel animations. using those improved optimization to the code. But it's also using the LED animation library. It's all done in CircuitPython, so it's relatively easy to add and modify the animations. Yeah, so I think next week we'll have a dedicated video announcing the Scorpio board and some of its features, and really highlighting the Learn guide so folks know they can use that for figuring out how to power their crazy NeoPixel projects. Yeah, there you are.
I think the other idea I have is it's a belt and it's like your tail, your LED tail.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this would be real nice for cosplay because lots of channels and lots of speedy improvements. So yeah. I guess I could talk a little bit about features about the case. There's some breakouts here, some holes rather, for like the JST battery. This right here worked out really well for having wires pass through. I also have an exposed area for the bottom, because let's say you want to have a connector down here. I think it's important to have, all orientations. So the Scorpio comes with one of these things, which is a straight angled header pin set. It's a 2x8. So you can install that in either from the top or from the bottom. And of course it comes with that right angle, which is what I have installed. And then I have that available there. So I also have a top here with a bit of openings for a feather wing. So if you want to have a feather wing installed, or if you want to have your headers exposed here, there's enough room there for a strip of headers. It's the 12x16 standard feather size. And I also have some little wing tabs here, so if folks want to mount this, they can mount it in different ways. And of course, you got the USB-C connector there. I'll just unplug that so you can see that has plenty of clearance for even the most chunkiest of cables. And you're going to want to use at least 2 of these screws. There's only 2 mounting holes on the feather because of just the way that the thing is designed here. But I actually have these little kind of tabs that hold it in place, so it's not kind of bouncing out of there. It's nicely secure. You just kind of slide it into place. And let me go ahead and disconnect this. You can see kind of how that works out. So yeah, and of course it's got my standard snap fit nubbins here, and then there's little grabbers on this thing here to catch that so it stays locked in place. And then you have these 2 end stops here so it won't slide out. So that's kind of how I got it going on. And then the case for the small mint Proto is very, very similar. I have a nice backing here to have access to all of those lovely ground and power and pins. And then I have a very similar snap fit case here. It kind of comes out there like that. And I like that I have the giant opening there because then I can pass all of these cables through. But yeah, these are some M3 screws. I didn't have any of the nylon. I have them on order, but they should be okay. It doesn't look like it's gonna, as long as I don't have any pins connected to any wires, it should be okay. It shouldn't short anything out because they're not connected to anything. But yeah, that's kind of the setup there. Let me see if I can. There you go. Cool. And I also have some holes here if you want to have wires pass through the front, the back, but lots of openings there. And of course, I have these. I love these wing tabs because it gives you a lot of flexibility to add and mount it in different ways. So that's what I'm prototyping.
Yeah, again, it reminds me of putting like a belt on it for cosplay stuff. Another thing was like a skirt or something.
Yeah, I think it's going to be used a lot for cosplay and definitely like installations and stuff. So your art projects and stuff will work really well.
Oh yeah,
and with the additions to all the PIO.
I know Phil B made a what was it, the LED curtain or the video LED curtain, right? He was playing movies on it. Need a skirt, like a video playing skirt.
We got
Everybody is impressed by the amount of NeoPixels. Yeah, that is a lot. And
definitely check out the Learn guide
for all the the Scorpio's powering all of this.
Yeah, it works just fine. Yeah, I wasn't
And
sure
you
if
said this is just USB from the computer or the wall?
yeah, it's just a 5-volt, 1 amp wall
Hmm.
charger, like an iPhone wall charger.
Oh,
It's just plugged into the wall. Yeah, it'll run off your USB port as well, like off your computer. I don't, because I don't want to risk it, because I do have quite a few USB things connected to my iMac here. But yeah, it's just running off the wall, and it really makes powering it's super simple because it's just like one connector for power. Um, I'm probably hitting the limits here. I have my brightness set kind of low. I think it's like maybe 0.3. But yeah, it doesn't seem to have any power issues right now, just running off the USB-C port. But there's plenty of power documentation in that Learn guide. So I think that's what we'll focus on for next week, to talk about, powering it, and some of the things to look out for when powering more pixels. But since each strand only has 30 pixels, it's only 240 pixels total, and I'm not doing full brightness. So there's always things to consider when you're trying to power at full brightness. But for now, this seems to be pretty good.
nice.
So yeah, cool. That's what we're prototyping. Next week we'll have it released, and we'll have a little video to go with it as well. Yeah, so that's prototyping. Next up, we'll take a look at some shop talk. So let me see if I can. For this week's shop talk, we were talking about the Scorpio board. So why not show the Scorpio board in 3D? So we got a 3D model of the Scorpio board. It's populated with all of the onboard connectors or components. You got the JST connector, the USB-C port, LEDs, capacitors, the right-angled SEMA QT port is on there as well. And then you got an option for your headers here. I released the model with no headers, but you can easily bring in your own style of headers, whether you want them to be the right-angled one, or the straight up and down, or maybe you want to use one of the socket headers. That's one of the reasons why I didn't add it into the component, into the model, but I have it here just for my purposes. But yeah, it's on the GitHub repository for our CAD parts. It's already available in a step file, as an STL, and as a Fusion 360 file, which will have the silk screen with all of the traces and stuff. So the bottom of the board is pretty standard. There are some additional kind of pads. You can do SW clock and SW data for doing I think that's for like an analyzer, and then you also have the data ground and the data voltage pins for USB. I think Lamar made a point to make those exposed for folks so they can really get to it.
Yeah.
So you have 8 pins here that's doing the data pins for the NeoPixels, and then all of these down here are ground. So you have plenty of ground pins. And you can always use these jumpers here if you want to change the logic from 5 volt to 3 volts. You can do that as well. But check out the Learn guide for all of the data documentation on this lovely board. I think it's going to be a pretty popular Feather, and judging from the availability, it's sold out. So even some of our own folks, weren't able to get it. So if you got one, just keep that.
Yeah, people that are making projects with it could get it.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Yeah. Hopefully we have some stashed away. It also comes with the onboard NeoPixel that's on D4. Forgot. It's like one of those very small, I think it's 1515 sized footprint. So those are very, very tiny NeoPixels. But you also have an onboard NeoPixel, which is nice. I guess you get that boot button and that reset button. So you get some goodies there. And I think it's an 8 megabyte SPI flash. So you can load some nice hefty code on there. Yeah, 8 megabyte SPI flash. I think this is only one version of it. So yeah, I think that's plenty for all your libraries. So check it out. If you want to make a model or you want to make a new case for it, you can check it out. Yeah. So that's the shop talk.
Yep. People like. The only thing they don't like is that it's out of stock.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I'm sure they're working. Fab is working on getting more.
I know. I've
We have
left
plenty of
the tab
chips.
open. I left the tab open for like weeks because I knew I was like they had to fix the tester and do a couple of other adjustments, and then baby. So it's like, oh no, when's it coming out? We've been waiting.
Yeah. All right. Next up is community makes.
All right.
So if you want to queue up,
yeah, starting off with this week's Timelapse Tuesday. Let's see if I can get.
Looks like it's already added. It's already in the.
Yeah, it's here. It's
cool.
just that I put everything in full screen and I can't see the additional stuff. So yeah, so this week's Timelapse Tuesday for Community Makes is this really awesome Minecraft Raspberry Pi case. What cube is this?
One of the cubes. This design was by Edgett. I think it's on printables. Yeah.
Printables, yeah.
You got some support material going there.
Yeah, a bunch of supports because of the overhangs, the way that the little pixelated dots are like overhanging like a T. And then all of the ports fit into a Raspberry Pi B case. And then just for fun, I stuck a Circuit Playground Express with some just standard NeoPixel animations on there to make it all nice and glowy. Edgett in the printables says that he added one of the Pyromony NeoPixel hats onto there. It even comes with a little spot to mount, like a diffuser. The other thing you could do too is like model like a smaller cube inside to make it nice and diffuse, like Edgett shows in the printables page. That's what it looks like, and it's a really nice Pi case.
Yeah,
it's funny because I didn't even know it was a Pi case until I was filming. Like, what are these mounts for? Oh crap! I did this all while sick, so. Yeah.
I'm trying to queue up the.
Right when I was done, I was like, I need to get some Pi shots now of it being mounted.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks great. There's a lot of freebies out there, so nice. Nice little case for that. It'll look super cool next to one of your printers running Octopi. Octoprint.
Yeah. Do you have it on you right now? Do you want to share?
Yeah, it's right here. So, let me see if I can switch to. Can I do like a wide angle, or it might be easier just to show it on this camera here. So you can see the Pi that is mounted in there. The bottom lid has the standoffs for that. And then if I take this out, you can see, you probably don't need to see it. It's just like little standoffs for where the Pyromony NeoPixel hat would get diffused. And yeah, it's just a nice little case. Everything fits perfect. And like I was saying before, I just stuck one of the CPXs on there with a. This is the case for the drone claw. So it just printed it in translucent to give it some nice diffusion. And then inside here, it's nice as I guess a lamp. That's what I thought it originally was. I was just going to give this to Gavin and be like, oh, here's your lamp, your nighttime lamp. But it's a nice way to make a Pi case or just a night light. And then, yeah,
very cool
way to stylize your Pi.
Yep. And again, that's on printables. I'll go ahead and share a link on the Discord. So there you go. Free design. Nice. And that's from Edgett. So check that out. It'll fit a Pi 3B. And I think it may be any of the other Pis too. So
not the 4.
Oh, the 4 is a little special. That's right.
That's what I. Yeah. That's what it's in the name. I should have known. That's why it's Minecraft 3B case. It didn't click until after.
That's fun. Cool. All right. Very, very cool Raspberry Pi case. All right. That's for the Timelapse Tuesday video. And then I have here
a ton of makes from the past
3 weeks or whatever. Yeah. Let me get the window here. There it is. All right. We bring it in. All right, so first up, we got our first make of the Magic Band, the Disney Magic. Oh boy,
Magic Band
Disney Magic
reader.
Band readers. Yeah, so this uses the RFID Whiz Kit to make a really easy NeoPixel reactive kind of Magic Band reader that has a strip of NeoPixels inside. So y'all can check that out. This was made and posted by Jello Printers. And that's our first make of it. And then next up, we have a new make of the Zelda Breath of the Wild video game. This is called the Guardian Sword. And this is one of our very popular cosplay props. And this was posted by Third Dimension. So they got theirs running over the holiday break. That looks fantastic. Do you see it? Yeah.
Yeah. What was the release date for Breath of the Wild 2?
Sometime this year, I hope. I'm not sure what the date is. I don't think
March? It's pretty soon. So it's like, well, that's what's on my list. More.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
Link Zelda props.
It's gonna be great. All right. And then next up, we have a nice 3D printed stand for the Raspberry Pi Zero. And this was posted up by Ron Guest. So if you're looking for a simple way to post up your Raspberry Pi Zero, maybe you got an IoT project. It's just a simple stand with an opening for wires and those 4 mounting holes that will fit your standard Raspberry Pi Zero. We also have a lot of makes of the Edgett. So over the holiday break, I released a print in place owl, and I named it Edgett, and it has a rotating head. I showed it on the last episode that we had in December, and this was posted by Paul Cutler. He actually posted this on Mastodon. Had a little bit of issue on the top there. It looks like he had some striking, but the rest of it worked really well. It prints in place, so the head rotates nicely, and it's printed in this really nice shiny kind of copper color. It looks fantastic. All right, and next up, we got another owl. This is like I think it's a smaller owl, so it's good to know that you can scale the owl down if you want to make a smaller version of it. And this was posted up by Mark Harris, 1989. Oh, my scroll wheel is funny. I'm getting used to this program here. So that's the owl. And then we got a dodecahedron that was posted up by Macro Glossum. We designed this quite a while ago, so it's nice to see it being printed again. Not much to it. It's just a fun print. No supports required for this one, and you can scale it up. I think what we did was we made it as big as we could, and then we tossed it back and forth. Remember going to the backyard and tossing it back and forth?
Yeah, it's here somewhere.
It's still back there, maybe, huh?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you do need supports for it.
Oh, you do? Wait.
I got it so heavy. I forgot how heavy it was. See, like the insides.
Oh man, that could be a cool like.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Is there 8 sides? Maybe we do a dodecahedron.
Oh, look, you already have channels in here for NeoPixels.
I know, right? Maybe we could put NeoPixels in there, and it could be a Scorpio lamp or something.
Nice.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I love dodecahedrons, icosahedrons. Yeah, yeah. Bring it back.
So heavy too.
Yeah, check that out if folks want to print that one up. Speaking of icosahedrons, Elvis posted this up of our little D20. This was the talking D20 project, but you could also print just a normal D20. It's got the nice labels on there, which are proper.
It's like resin.
I think it's resin. I don't have the comments on here, but it just from the looks of it, it looks like it's been printed in one of those resin printers and some nice fidelity there. And again, that was from Elvis. They posted that one up. We got another owl. This was also posted on Mastodon by Dr. Furious. Dr. Furious posted this up, and it looks fantastic. It's this really nice kind of copper shiny filament. Yeah, and it looks good. Chilling by the windowsill.
Real quick, in the comments, Devin's reminding us that Jeff found a problem with slicing the top part of the owl inside of Cura. What was the fix for that?
There's a problem? Uh-oh. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, remember Jeff had a problem printing it or something? Like the top part? Was it that or something else? Or Kira was messing up the top part?
No, that was for this tree. I already fixed that one. Yeah, one of the slats had a problem. I had to redesign it, but it should be okay with the owl. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff, let me know. I'll reach out to Jeff tonight because we have a meeting and see if he needs any help with it. I sliced it in Cura. It worked fine. I'll try to slice it in Prusa printer because I think that's where Jeff had the error for this tree project. But it's nice to see several people have printed the owl without issue. I mean, Paul had his issue, but I feel like it was one of those things where you need to have some additional Z height, some Z hop rather enabled. That'll help, reduce the amount of striking from the printer head. Yeah. Yep. But let me know. Yeah. So this is posted up on Mastodon by Dr. Furios. So thank you for posting that one. Another owl. I'm telling you, man, these owls are coming in. So this was posted by Jan from Fab Lab University, and they printed it in like this glitter black. Looks good. I don't see any issues. This is quite the challenge to print. Like if you really want to see how good your printer is calibrated, how good your retraction settings are, and your Z-hop settings. Like, this is a great print to like test out. So shout out to Jan for posting this one up. This looks great. Next up, we have the Super Mario Brothers inspired Boo. This is a planter, and it looks like they got some succulents in there, and they painted the features like the eyes, the eyebrows, and the mouth and tongue. They're very fun. You can scale it up, make it a big one, or make it a small one. You can hold tools as well. It's just a fun little print that we did quite a while ago. And that was posted up by Arden Song. They posted that one up. And then next up, we got another owl. I'm telling you, man, these owls. So this was posted up by Brutal 3D Prints. That's a great name. What a Brutal 3D print. And this looks like it's been scaled down. Look at the body of the owl has those really fine tubes. That meshing looks really good. So it's really nice to see. Looks like it's on an Ender printer there. And that was again posted by Brutal 3D Prints. Another owl, this time in this green filament. This was posted up by Henry. I think it's 100% scale. Not sure, but it looks fantastic in that green color. Shifting away from the owls, we have the LED glasses. This was an Ada box. I believe it was the last Ada box until the next one that's coming out this year. And it's a 3D printed frame that works well with the PCB. And they looks like they got it all set up with the battery and everything. So very, very nice. Oh, that's a scroll saw behind them, isn't it? Nice. And this was posted up by AFP316 is their username. So they posted that one up on printables. Departure from electronics into the cosplay world. We have a unicorn horn. This is a sewable unicorn horn. This was a collab project back when Becky Stern was with us. And this was posted up by Luna12. And they might have spray painted it or not, but you can print it in all sorts of different colors, whether you want to print it in flexible filament or hard PLA. Yeah, you can print it in various materials. Oh, it's going too fast. So that's the unicorn horn. This was a really good remix, actually. This is the Retro Weather Station, and it was originally designed for the Adafruit Pi portal. But the user who posted this up is called Distinct, and they heavily modified it so that it works with an ESP-based display. It's not the Adafruit one, but it's a different one. It has extra details like a potentiometer or rotary encoder on the side, and some sort of push button on the top. So it's been modified, and I love seeing when folks like make it theirs, so they make it work with whatever hardware they have. So that's really cool. Yeah, and it's just like this really nice snap fit case.
Like the is that a knob on the left side there?
Yeah, it's some sort of potentiometer or maybe a rotary encoder. That's a great little input there. There's also a spot for a speaker if you want to add a speaker to it. So it's a fully featured kind of,
Is that the Star Trek one? Because it looks like that's a button right there too.
We did a Star Trek one, remember, where there's a button in the middle.
That's what I'm thinking that is right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got options. And then another owl. This was posted up by PTW Shell, and it looks like it was scaled down a little bit. A little bit of stringing there, but that's mine came out pretty stringy when we did the time lapse. So
yeah, so we printed in wood PLA at 178 for the temperature,
right?
Which I did not think would work, but it came out beautiful.
Yeah, that was
dropping the temperature down to 178.
I've never heard of that, right? Like,
no, I didn't think it would work. I thought it would get clogged.
No, it's crazy. It didn't. Must be a testament to the nozzle and the tool head itself.
And then good tip too that I forgot to, I think show and tell, Jeff was talking about something about the stringing. Oh no, using the hot air workstation, and I forgot to mention that the hot air workstation is also great for getting rid of all those retraction strings.
Yeah, it'll kind of melt it and bubble it up so that you can.
You gotta be fast.
Move it with your hand, with your fingers or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good tip too. Thin tip. And, just quickly go over it.
Yeah, that's a good tip. And then back into the electronics, we got a make of the Dark Saber from the Mandalorian Disney Plus TV show.
This is coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. Can't wait. Yeah. Okay. This was posted up by Thunder Keys, I believe, on printables. This is great to see it like on and fully glowing. One of my favorite projects. It's a really fun cosplay prop that's functional, and you can swing it around and then fall apart. Yeah, that's my favorite part. So you can swing it around. And it's also Bluetooth enabled, so you can change the colors with the Bluefruit app using one of the Feather Bluefruits. And then the last one to round off this month's community makes is a really nice in the mini GIF player project, and this was posted up by Amanda True, which I think they made it for their partner there. It says, it's got a little message there. It says, "I'll always be your player number 2." And they got a little game.
Looks like a cake.
Yeah, it looks like a cake or something, right? Yeah, that's fantastic. And I think they remixed it to work with a different like microcontroller. But yeah, it's nice to see people are making this one. It's a really fun one. I think
we'll probably do a remake of one of these GIF players with the iSpy connectors and one of the new displays that was updated.
Yeah, I think it's an Arduino code. I think the code was ported by Lamar itself, right? Maybe Lamar ported it. I forget the details on it, but yeah, it's a really fun kind of GIF player, right? So you can just load GIFs and it decodes it for you with the Arduino library.
Yep. Laughing at the comments in the Discord.
What do you mean? Oh, owls everywhere. Owls this week. So if you want to print your owl,
the only problem with the Dark Saber is someone's always trying to fight you for it.
Yeah, man.
People really give a hoot about the owl.
That's funny.
It's an owlathon.
What a hoot. All right. Well, we made it. That we got a little bit of time left here, but that's a good amount of time to close out the show. Don't forget, we got a coupon code. Yeah, you need to go rest, man. I need to take a break too. Everybody enjoy your break, but don't go anywhere yet. We're closing out the show. So 10% off, use coupon code StreamYard. It's good for the rest of the day up until tomorrow.
Remember to sign up for the notifications for the Scorpio board, or just do what I do. Leave the tab open and refresh several times a day.
Several times, folks. We might get some new products in as well. So keep your eye.
Want the board or not?
Right. Keep your eye on the new page. We'll see if any new products get added. Sometimes the team is rushing to get, new products added. But hopefully tonight we'll see Lamar and Phil. They had their first, what do you call it? Show last week, and they were hosted with co-host Melissa as well. So we'll see if they need any help. Maybe we'll help out with hosting. Let me just remove that, and then
where am I?
I know I got you, man.
Get used to this.
So tonight,
what you guys don't see is I have like this big television that I'm mirroring everything to. So I'm like going across screens. I'm like, where am I? I'm lost.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. I'm just glad we didn't have any audio issues, right? But folks will let us know if you've heard any audio issues.
Wirecast, what? You have to tell everybody on the team, yo, ditch Wirecast. Get a refund for that license.
If it's working for the folks, it wasn't for us anymore. So I'm glad to fully transition to StreamYard, which is why it's the coupon code. So tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time is Show and Tell. It's gonna be hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. And then at 8 p.m. is Ask an Engineer, which I don't have the banner. Oh, there it is. Back-to-back shows. So Show and Tell first, and then Ask an Engineer with new products, Ion MPI, and Top Secret. And then Thursdays, JP's back.
Whoa.
With, I guess I'll have to make a new banner. It's like transparent. I didn't realize. JP's workshops are on Thursdays again at the same time, which I forgot was at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Sorry. What's the thing on Discord? Is it like
time zones? Dang it.
Show times? There it is. It's Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Discord bot. And then on Fridays, we have deep dives with Foamy Guy, Tim, at 2 p.m. Pacific time or 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then on from the desk of Lady Ada, Sundays at random hacker hours. It's on Periscope, but it's also on YouTube and all the others as well. I think this is an older banner, yeah.
Tune in. I heard Baby Ada do a little coup. The
cutest thing ever. Super cute. All right. And then on Mondays is the CircuitPython weekly hangout. I think I need a banner for that. I forgot that one, but I do have a banner for JP's product pick of the week shows every Tuesday. We can get insane discounts during the live show. So be sure to tune into that every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And that's all the shows. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. We hope to see you tonight on Show and Tell and Ask an Engineer. Let us know what you think of the show since we're changed it up quite a bit. Yeah, Katney over there with the pin message. Very, very nice. Thanks, Devin. All right. Anything else you want to throw out there?
Hopefully it'll run smooth or I'm not like all sick and tired.
That's all right, man. It's that time of the season, A lot of folks are.
No, this is way better. I love being able to control stuff because so many times in the past, it's like, like a little bit earlier, you were talking and the fusion didn't show up. I was able to go in there, not disturb you while you're still talking and just put it on, not train wreck anything. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. Wonderful.
All right, that's it for us.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be on Show and Tell. I'm going to be resting. Ugh.
Yeah, you should rest up. I'll come on and show off the thingies. All good. Well, I'll catch in with you next week. Everybody else, until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, folks.